Welcome to back a BikeBeat. The 2025 KTM 390 Duke is the two-wheeled embodiment of pure attitude. This isn't just a commuter in a flashy suit, it's a street-legal brawler with an engineering degree. A bike that wakes up every morning itching for a fight with the nearest stretch of tarmac. From the moment you walk up to it, the Duke feels like it's daring you. The sharp LED headlight stares back like a predator's eyes, the exposed trellis frame looks like a skeletal exoskeleton built for speed, and those tank shrouds flare out aggressively as if flexing before the ride even starts. Even standing still, it looks impatient, like it might launch itself without you. And when you thumb that starter and hear the single-cylinder LC4C engine rumble to life, the connection is instant. There's a raw, mechanical heartbeat here, 399 cubic centimeters of liquid-cooled fury producing 44 horsepower and 39 newton-meters of torque. These aren't just marketing numbers. They translate into a real punch, a torque curve that swells early and pulls you cleanly through the mid-range. Twist the throttle and the revs climb eagerly, the exhaust note sharpening into a raspy bark that echoes off city walls. Pair that engine with a slick 6-speed gearbox, a bi-directional quickshifter, and a slipper clutch, and gear changes become an extension of your thought process. Upshifts are crisp with no need to touch the clutch, downshifts blip with perfect rev matching. And then there's launch control, an almost comical addition for a sub-400cc bike, yet here it is, ready to sling you off the line with drama-free efficiency. It holds revs at the perfect point, waiting for you to dump the clutch, and then catapults you forward. You feel the front get light, the rear digging into the asphalt, and the speedo climbing faster than you'd expect from something this small on paper. Real-world tests have seen it hit 60 miles per hour in about 5.5 seconds and push beyond 104 miles per hour at the top end. In the canyons or twisty backroads, though, top speed is irrelevant, it's all about how alive the bike feels under you. The steel trellis frame is a masterclass in stiffness and weight distribution, giving the Duke a planted yet agile character. WP Apex $43 million forks up front, adjustable for compression and rebound, allow you to fine-tune exactly how the front reacts, stiffer for track work, softer for bumpy urban streets. The rear WP Apex shock gets preload and rebound adjustment, meaning you can dial it in whether you're riding solo, carrying a passenger, or loading up with weekend gear. Michelin Power 6 tires offer incredible grip, inspiring confidence when you lean in hard, and when it's time to slow down, the braking package steps up. A big 320mm rotor up front, gripped by a radial-mounted 4-piston caliper, bites with authority. The 240mm rear disc and twin-piston caliper add balance, and KTM's cornering ABS lets you brake deep into turns without fear. If you want to play, Supermoto ABS disengages the rear wheel's ABS entirely, allowing you to lock it up and slide like a hooligan. All of this capability is wrapped in one of the most tech-laden packages in its class. The 5-inch TFT display is crystal clear, even in bright sunlight, and the bonded glass construction gives it a premium feel. Smartphone connectivity opens the door to turn-by-turn navigation, music playback, and call management right from your handlebars. 3 riding modes, street, rain, and track, adjust throttle response, traction control sensitivity, and ABS behavior to match conditions. In track mode, the whole personality of the bike changes. The TFT layout transforms into a race-focused display with a large gear indicator, bold rev counter, lap timer, and minimal distractions. Every shift point feels urgent, every throttle input sharper. Yet switch back to street or rain, and it becomes calm, predictable, and friendly enough for city traffic. Long rides aren't ignored either. Cruise control on a bike this size feels almost decadent, holding steady speeds effortlessly on highways. Add in a USB Type-C port for charging your phone or action cam, and suddenly you realize KTM has built something that can be an everyday workhorse as much as a weekend missile. And let's talk styling, because a Duke without drama would be like a superhero without a costume. The 2025 version is all angles and aggression, the split LED headlight with its menacing DRLs, the sculpted tank shrouds that direct air toward the rider's knees, the exposed subframe with its high-set tail that hints at stunt bike influence. Available in electronic orange and Atlantic blue, the colors are rich and deep, layered with gloss finishes that pop in sunlight. Sit on it and the ergonomics feel intentionally sporty, the bars are wide for leverage, the foot pegs set just rearward enough to keep you poised, the seat narrow at the front for easy leg reach but padded enough for decent comfort. The pillion seat? Let's just say it exists, but the Duke is clearly built with the rider's thrill in mind first. KTM hasn't forgotten about the price-conscious rider either. In India, the ex-showroom price is 2.95 Indian rupees lakh, the same as last year despite the big leap in features. In the UK it's around £4,373, and in the US it comes in at about $5,899 before taxes and fees. That's remarkable value when you stack it against what's on offer here. Out on the road, the Duke's personality really comes alive. In city traffic, its lightweight and sharp steering mean you can dart between gaps like you're cheating at a video game. The throttle is responsive but controllable, making low-speed maneuvers easy. Open roads are where the quickshifter becomes addictive, each gear change a satisfying click and surge. In the twisties, the chassis balance and suspension tuning let you lean hard, feel the tires biting, and roll back on the throttle with total confidence. If you ride with friends on bigger bikes, the Duke holds its own in the corners, often forcing them to work harder to keep up. There's a playful edge to it, a sense that it's always ready to go faster, brake later, lean deeper. Sure, there are quirks. The single-cylinder thump is part of its charm, but it does bring some vibration, especially above 7,000 RPM on long rides. Tall riders might find the cockpit a little cramped, and if your main goal is high-speed touring, the Duke's compact size and gearing mean it prefers spirited sprints to endless highway slogs. But that's not what this bike is about. This is about connection, the way the engine pulses through the frame, the way the suspension communicates every bump and camber change, the way the front wheel feels telepathically linked to your hands. It's about knowing that even on a short ride to grab coffee, you might take the long way just to carve through a few extra bends. The 2025 KTM 390 Duke is proof that small displacement doesn't mean small thrills. It's a motorcycle that blends razor-sharp handling, tech usually reserved for premium machines, and styling that turns heads wherever it goes. For the new rider wanting their first taste of performance or the seasoned biker looking for a second machine that's pure fun, this Duke delivers in spades. Once you've ridden it in anger, once you've felt the quickshifter click into gear as the exhaust snaps, once you've braked hard into a corner and felt the ABS modulate without robbing you of control, once you've flicked from left to right on a winding road and realized the bike is reading your mind, you'll understand why this isn't just another naked bike. It's a distilled shot of adrenaline, bottled up in orange and steel, ready to be unleashed every time you ride. And once you do, it's hard not to be hooked.